Take a look at the Rubin Brothers catalog. This is blue-collar heaven. This Chicago clothing manufacturer makes shirts, jackets, uniforms, and all sorts of work clothes in its South Side unionized factory. President Bush even wore one of Rubin Brothers' New York Fire Department jackets following the September 11th terrorist attack on America. Approximately 300 people, most of whom live within walking distance of the busy factory, work here. Business has been good. There was a definite need to expand. Many companies head for the suburbs or even other states when expansion plans beckon. Rather than leaving town, Rubin Brothers will stay in Chicago and create more than 100 new jobs in the process. It's an interesting story. This is the plant's owner, David Rubin. His grandfather started the company in 1907 near the Loop on Water Street, what we now know as Wacker Drive. It's now located at 22nd and Halsted in Pilsen. When David was making expansion plans, word got out around the industry. A southern state offered him a deal, a recently vacated, practically new plant for $1 a year if it moved there. He turned it down. Why?
Mainly because of what the city did. Our Alderman Solis, was instrumental in keeping us here because he introduced us to the different people in the city and state, and with the help of the city and state, it made more economic sense to stay here than relocate out of town.
I've got people in my ward and the communities in my ward that need jobs. This factory is providing about 98% of its workforce. They're providing jobs to people within my ward. And as you can see around you, most of them are Asian, Hispanic, and African American. And so this has the very broad implication of supporting families, of supporting hopes for people that they have for those families, of having them go to school, having them buy a house, establishing themselves in this community. So to me, it's very significant that it's providing jobs for my people.
While much of the work here is hand labor, some work is very high-tech, like this computerized embroidery process that applies the emblem of a United Auto Workers local to golf shirt pockets. Looks expensive, but it's affordable through mechanization. Rubin Brothers is unionized and proud of it. While many companies view unions as a necessary evil, David Rubin welcomes his partnership, as he calls it, with the United Food and Commercial Workers Union.
Well, we don't have any problem with our union. We consider them a partner in our marketing effort, and our people earn the money. We don't give it to them because they're union members. We have their cooperation and training, and we don't have any animosity, and when everybody works together, it's amazing what you can do as far as productivity, bringing in new equipment. There's no restrictive work rules. People are cross-trained.
The expansion, which will give Rubin Brothers some much-needed space, will take place right next door to the present plant at 22nd and Halsted. David Rubin will be able to break through the wall to the adjoining building to get the room he needs. With the city's help on tax rebates and other economic concessions, the increased square footage will also make good economic sense, not only to his clothing company, but also to the community surrounding it.
People are being employed that live in the city, that pay taxes. The company that is here is paying taxes. We are continuing to keep a vibrant city. We are cleaning up an entity, a building that was unoccupied. And so it's a win-win situation for everybody.
So it's sort of like priming the pump, so to speak.
Exactly, exactly. And the benefits are going to keep on going for years to come, even after the benefits that the city provides have been exhausted.
And we cannot forget the more than 100 new jobs that the Rubin Brothers plant expansion will create when it's completed later this year. One product line that will get bigger is the union-made, made-in-America blue jeans Rubin Brothers turns out. David Rubin says that all the big name-brand blue jeans are now sewn out of this country. He thinks the time is right to bring the manufacturing of an American icon, blue jeans, back to the USA. Why aren't people making blue jeans in the United States anymore?
Cost-based, it's just mainly dollars and cents, and we found it isn't that much more expensive to produce domestically, so we've decided to go back in the blue jean business because this is what the company was founded on.
Really? And
Correct.
So you're sort of making the full circle now.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now here at Rubin Brothers, they say they are one of the best kept secrets in Chicago because most of the stuff they make here doesn't have their label in it. It would have the customer's private label. But they do have one trade name you can see. It's called Union Line. So look in the back of a piece of apparel, and if it says Union Line, it's not only made in the United States, but it is also made in Chicago.